So this time we're going to have a look at the front raising kick. Now the front raising kick, we're going back to beginner's level here, but I'm going to show you this now. Hopefully the kick can be performed at a beginner's level, but also at an intermediate and a higher, more advanced black belt level as well. So we're going to be doing a front raising kick, and this is a lower section kick. It's great if you're on the street, for example. It's something you don't necessarily need massive flexibility for. You can do with shoes on, you can have a pair of tight jeans on. You could still do this kick because it's lower section. It's a groin kick, it's coming upwards. We're using the top of the foot, the instep, to strike the target coming up. Doesn't need a huge amount of power. You don't need to really grip your muscles and power through. I see a lot of people using the kick paddles in class and really trying to smash the paddle at the person's hand. Speed is the most important thing here. It's one kick where speed is more important over power. So in guard position here, we're going to do a front raising kick. Keep a nice short stance. If you have a long stance, that's quite hard to get the weight back in the first place. That back foot should be roughly in line with that back hip there. So we're going to do a front raising kick. I'm going to slow it down now so you can see it. There's the technique. Look how I'm pointing at the toes, pointing the toes. So good little basic introduction step for beginners is just to practice at half speed, keeping the balance, and really look at the foot. Again, I see a lot of juniors particularly pointing those toes that way. Your toes are going to get in the way, it's not going to work, you can hurt your toes. So point the toes like a ballet dancer there. And again, so quick on the other side. So again from here, front raising kick, pointing those toes. There it is. Now a little exercise again for some more advanced students just to check that position. They can do a nice, slow, held position there for a few seconds. It's a good strength exercise, but it's also good balance and a good check of the foot position there. So front raising kick, front leg, keeping the guard up. Now reality, would we just stand there and do one kick? Nah. We're probably going to end up doing another kick. We could end up doing a kick and a strike, finishing off with maybe a bigger technique. It's a good opening move, really good opening move this one. It's quick, short, it's going to bring the guard down, open up the face of the target from there. So there you go, quick recap. That's a front raising kick, beginner's level. For those that train with us in freestyle martial arts, you're going to learn that on day one. That's part of our induction. Front raising kick, front leg from there. Let's move you on to another level, a more advanced level, which is off the back leg. And then give yourself a little bit more room there. From here, the idea is perhaps you've done a jab, you've opened up with a hand, maybe you've done a kick off the front first, and then we're going to do a power strike off the back. Two ways of doing it. You can kick through and step back. There's that movement again, raising up. But I recommend here, kicking through and stepping down. Have a look back, we've done a couple of videos on knee kicks and front pushing kicks. These are still basic level kicks, and again, we talk more about stances, guard positions on that one. I'm going to look at this in a variation of ways, so do a slightly different video on it. So from here, back leg kick, kick and step down. High grade, you would know after this kick, put on some hand techniques as well. But for those learning this kick, you slow it down, back leg, not too big a stance, hip through, look how the guard's turned, flick, and step down, front leg, front hand, the guard has turned with me as I step through, okay? Should naturally turn anyway. From here, front raising kick, if you can try and get that guard through, that shoulder through, it's going to force the hip through early, and it's going to mean that you can get that kick through a lot quicker. Let's have it on the other side, back leg again, short stance, kick, and step down, point those toes, there, guard position, getting a bit more speed, getting flicking through, a couple more of them, good, one more of those, lovely, good. Front raising kick, front leg, back leg, covered in a couple of minutes. Some of you are going to practice with at home, short stance, guard up, point the toes, and let's not get that kick going above belt level, keep it below belt level. Grading, sometimes we see people kicking higher, not needed, keep it below belt level from there. Now, let's have a look at a slightly more advanced combination now. So we've done the front leg, we've done the back leg, we've talked a little bit about how a combination may follow on, particularly with hands is quite good because that's going low, forcing the guard down, hands then, faces open, hands can win, palms, back fists, knife hands, elbows. Back leg, same again, you can kick off the back leg, follow on with hands. You could come off the front leg, then the back leg, then hands. So we're just building up ideas of how this kick starts at beginner's level. We teach you more intermediate level, something a bit more advanced, and then how it all starts to fit in with other combinations. And don't forget the blocks, because again, Blocks could happen first. We're defending ourselves. We're attacking back. Again, so we're counter-attacking, I should say. So again, you can also practice for higher grades, practice a choice block for those blocks you know. Plenty of videos on blocking on the site. Again here, use a block first, use a strike first, then the kick, and see how it fits together as a combination. Can't show you everything. There are hundreds, thousands of combinations. I just want to give you the basic principles as we're looking at the front rising kick here. Let's have a look at another kick from here. Now, please make sure you've got a little bit of room, plenty of room here. I'm just going to show you a basic cycle kick on this one, just show you something different rather than it being the same sets of techniques or ideas that we're doing in every video. On this one, we're going to do a cycling front raising kick. Make sure you're nice and safe. Don't go charging into this one lower grade, younger ones, without really covering the basics first. How are we doing this? In guard position, we take the back leg and we bring it up to here, okay? You'll have to try this with me as you're watching the video. From here, we push the weight of the standing leg and we simply just change the foot positions. Now I'm going to give you a more basic version of the cycle. From this position here, we're just going to make sure the back leg comes through. This is a popular cycle kick, so I'm going to show you this one of the easiest ones we do. Take the back leg, raise it up. So I'm just going to break it into two parts for less experienced students. Position one, jump and do a very basic change. In fact, what you see there is I've landed before the kick has come up. I'll show you that one again. So from here, that's all I need you to do to start with. In fact, let's make it even simpler than that. Let's start from here. Just raise one leg up. The leg that is on the ground at the moment, holding me in position, is the kicking leg. Just see I've done a simple change. Here, change. Raise the leg up, and change. Okay? So I'm going the other side. So from here, raise up, and change. Raise up, and change. Raise up, and change. All right? So that's your front raising kick performed in a cycle action, okay? Now, that's a more advanced move. That's more of a black belt move, but it's one of the simplest of the cycle kicks that we do, and it's one that I'm confident I can show those with less experience if they break it down into different parts. So now we've looked at the basic introduction step, and you can see I've even landed, as I said, I've landed before that leg has come up. This time though, if you can, give yourself a bit more distance, so you can try it all together. Slow it down if you want to, 1 and 2. You can see that leg's come through first. Okay, see how it's come through. Raising up, it's actually going to help with the lift. A little bit this way, and then a quick change. Now what's the purpose of this? Well, it's covering a lot more distance. It's also quite unexpected. Sometimes it's quite intimidating when someone's coming flying at you as well. So there's more distance behind this, more power, more speed, and it's going to cover if your opponent's backing away quite a lot and you need to finish that fight. It's a great way to catch up with them. They think they might be very safe from a long distance, but actually you can close down 10 foot very quickly with that kick. Try that one in your own time. Make sure you're safe. Make sure, again, you've got carpet down, brilliant. Don't go too fast too soon. Don't try and do the whole thing in one go. My recommendation, nice and basic first. Have a go at the basic cycle as we change legs, then go from the back leg and bring it up to here. That's the only difference, is we're going to step up to that position rather than already start here for the cycling front raising kick. Hope you enjoyed that. Be safe with that one, okay? Thanks so much.